Welcome to our quarterly Youth in Action live forum here on the Serenity Resource Connector. I'm Winsome Sharia Witter, your host, and I am so delighted to have you here, whether you're tuned in live or you're watching the replay. If you're joining us on any of the platform, whether it's on our YouTube page and now on our Instagram. Just realized that Instagram wasn't on our X. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to be diving into another inspiring and empowering forum here where we take a look at opportunities in employment, education, and community involvement. And who best to do this than two of our youth leaders from the East? Joining us, Jahmel Brown from out of Kingston, founder of Opportunities for Caribbean Youth, and Oshane Dixon, president of the Portmore Municipality Youth Council. All right, it promises to be another engaging session packed with valuable insight and practical advice. So we are going to dive right in. And we have Yannick. Hi, Yannick. Hello to you. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you get all your youth groups joining so that we can get access to the different opportunities that are available and initiatives that you can benefit from. So we are going to get started, and we are going to be starting with employment. Isn't that a big thing for not just the youth, but everyone in general? So let's have Jahmel Brown, our founder there at Opportunities for Caribbean Youth. Jahmel, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Good night, everyone. Happy to be here tonight.
All right, amazing. All right, let's get our title in. So, Jahmel, Opportunities for Caribbean Youth. When I heard that title, it reminds me of the very first episode of this live forum where we talked about opportunities for high school leavers. And that's part of the reason why we are doubling back there, because it's time now where you have a number of young people who are moving on to sixth form, some of them moving from sixth form, going into university, or they're not so sure where exactly they're going to go next. Some exiting university and they're going to be job hunting. So we want to provide them with some form of guidance as to how to navigate that space. So tell us, what is Opportunities for Caribbean Youth and why Opportunities for Caribbean Youth?
Thank you for that exceptional question. I would say Opportunities for Caribbean Youth is a youth platform or a youth initiative that connects us in the Caribbean. And I created that platform based on my background. I'm coming from an inner city community. I went through life with little to no resources, and I felt disempowered. I felt like I didn't have a voice. I felt that I wasn't important. I felt that I wasn't good enough. And it was not until I reached university I was able to be exposed to different people, the different resources, the different opportunities that I can use to empower not just me, but other people. And in farming opportunities for Caribbean youth, I learned to turn scarcity and having little to no resources into something major. And I wanted other people to do just the same, where I would introduce them to different opportunities such as jobs, scholarships, internships, fellowships, global opportunities, regional opportunities, opportunities that can shape us as Caribbean people. And I realized that wasn't being done before on a large scale, where what was being done before was only focusing on scholarships, jobs, and internships. I took it much more further to focus it on not just jobs, internships, and scholarships, but also fellowships, internships, no fellowships, externships, global opportunities, youth opportunities, and opportunities that can connect us to a global platform. Because we too deserve a voice as Caribbean people. We too deserve to be included. And on the last scale of launching this platform was to combat this disparity. Disparity exists in the Caribbean, and outside of the Caribbean on a global scale where we have to fight to be included. And I want not only the educated and the privileged to be included, but all of us to be included. Whether you have little to no skills, little to no education, you can too have a voice. You matter. You are important in society. You can change the story. You can change your own story, change your own narrative, and guide not just you but other person's lives because you matter. So this platform, in doing this platform, I have so many resources that I want to offer to young people, such as opportunity banks that you can use, and you can see different opportunities that exist in the Caribbean and outside of the Caribbean, as well as you can also through the different opportunities that exist, you can also see opportunities that not only existing in the Caribbean but outside of the Caribbean that can give you a voice because you deserve a voice. And that was the reason for launching this amazing platform.
Amazing indeed. And one of the key points that I saw from the information that you shared is that you don't just post just about any opportunity that you see come up. It's the vetting process for me that goes into ensuring the legitimacy of the opportunities before you actually share them. And I think that is very responsible. And I want to commend the organization for that approach, and which is why we want you to share and guide the youth that are joining us and those who are actually connected to youth in different spaces. All right, so we've talked about why you got into this incredible, building out this incredible platform, offering opportunities for not just Jamaican but Caribbean youth. All right, so based on how you've been navigating that space, what are some of the job market trends that you're seeing in the Caribbean that our youth can look forward to?
Okay, let's break this down. I've seen a lot of opportunities that young people can apply to for employment in the job market trends. But in the job market trend, I would say what exists for young people is popular jobs that persons might see every day, such as customer service representative, sales representative, call center agents, administrative assistant, project manager, sales supervisor, human resource assistant, and sometimes they sometimes opportunities such as research opportunities, opportunities such as to work at the UN, at different organizations might not be available to young people, but people who have master's degree, people who have a higher level of education or a bachelor's degree. So I have to try my best to find opportunities, not just in Jamaica or in the Caribbean, but also globally that can give persons opportunities to do fellowships, to do traineeships, externships that can give them experience that can land them the different jobs that exist within this market. And navigating this market to share jobs on my platform, I have to use the Jamaica Gleaner newspaper. We have see numerous opportunities every Sunday in the Jamaica Gleaner, that gives young people different opportunities, whether they want to be teachers, whether they want to be administrative assistants, secretaries. The different opportunities that exist for them lies within the newspaper that they can purchase, or they can go on LinkedIn. Different persons on LinkedIn actually post the Jamaica Gleaner for them for free. They don't have to pay for the Jamaica Gleaner if they're looking within the job market for job opportunities. And also, I would say taking it out of Jamaica, I will look at the Caribbean and say the perfect job portal that they can use within the Caribbean is Caribbean jobs.
Yeah.
Caribbean jobs is great. It's really exceptional. So if you're navigating this job market and you want opportunities to benefit you as a young person, go on Caribbean jobs. Caribbean jobs will get you those opportunities. You have entry level opportunities, you have senior level opportunities, mid career opportunities. Opportunities are there for young people within the Caribbean and Caribbean jobs. Another great place that you can use as a young person is I would say first before you use that space, you should have an online platform. It's called LinkedIn. You should have this online platform. LinkedIn is exceptional. Within LinkedIn, you can navigate the job market. You can see current jobs. And the great thing about LinkedIn is once you registered using your career aspirations or the field that you're in, it will match the field that you're in with opportunities that exist on LinkedIn and also within your specific area, specific location. Where if companies, for example, in Jamaica or the Caribbean or Barbados or different areas in the Caribbean post opportunities on LinkedIn, once you go over to the job section or job areas, the job area, you will see the opportunities that exist for that particular job within the Caribbean. And I must say another great exceptional place that you can look within the Caribbean is that different newspaper articles throughout the Caribbean, not just Jamaica, also post job opportunities in their respective newspaper articles, where at the back you will see the different jobs that exist within that country. I know Guyana does it. I know the different countries does it to give persons an advantage within when you're searching for jobs, so they can know what exactly opportunities that exist within those certain fields or certain areas. And also, I will look at some unprofessional portals that you can use. Or if you go onto Instagram, you can use I Need a Job Jamaica. That is on Instagram and Facebook, and they will show you different opportunities that you can different job opportunities that you can apply for, as well as I would say what you can also do is to also go and if you go and type in Trinidad and Tobago jobs on Facebook, you will see an exceptional portal where they have different jobs for young people in Trinidad and Tobago and the different agencies that offers these jobs. But one thing I realized about jobs is jobs are that they are not done in a vacuum. Sometimes they are silo. So if you might find a job here, you might not find a job over here. So what I love about what I'm doing at Opportunities for Caribbean Youth is I try to bring all of them together in a space where young people can find them and access them on that particular platform.
Awesome. All right. And this looks like Counselor Davis, sounding very good, very interesting. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Yanni was asking, what about online or cyberspace opportunities that are legit? I haven't seen you post any of those.
Yes, yes, they exist and numerous amounts of online and cyber security
Cyber, I think it's more the virtual opportunities that
okay.
trying
Is it
to
in
do
tech
remote.
or
No, maybe the remote job opportunities, but Caribbean jobs have those. Caribbean
yes,
jobs
Caribbean
use,
jobs
use
have
those.
those.
Right, so that's a good place to start. You can actually navigate it to say whether or not you want to see jobs that you can do remotely, or for those jobs that you can operate. If you want to relocate to a Caribbean island, you can indicate that as well, correct?
Yes,
All
you
right,
can.
yes.
And I will also say
Virtual jobs.
different
Yes.
countries also beyond Caribbean job, different countries also have human resource personnel company or agency where they set up their own agency as third party and just reroute the different job opportunities from different companies, different organizations within that particular country and post it on that particular platform. I know I Can Work does it. I don't know if many people know about I Can Work, but I Can Work is a great platform that you can use. I know other platforms that does it. I know I Can Work does it. I know numerous other platforms in the Caribbean um, do it where they consider persons who need jobs. One particular agency that does it in Jamaica is Executive Agency. Is a Jamaica. It's called the Executive Agency, but it exists in Jamaica. Persons
Right.
can type it in executive agency. They normally post jobs, different opportunities, but those jobs are normally entry level jobs where persons have to really like restaurant supervisors, gas station attendants. There are different agencies that does jobs within the Caribbean at different levels, entry levels, regular level, and also mid level. There are different levels that exist for different people and what they want.
Right. As well as our very own portal through the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Yes.
Right.
And the perfect place that I can say within the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, what they do, and their limits, I think it's the platform is called Limits
LMIS.
L M L M I S. Yes.
IS. Right.
And what is on the platform LMIS is that they do career fairs, job fairs that exist at the different locations. So
Yeah.
for example, and they normally do career fairs or job fairs every few months for persons in Jamaica who want a particular job, who want to get opportunities to work in certain areas, but it's normally low level jobs or entry level jobs that persons really need or want to do for the time period.
Right. And the important thing is to get started, because once you go in, then you just establish yourself and just demonstrate what you're made of. All right. So Jamil is sharing some flowers. You're doing an amazing job, Jamel. All right. So we're sharing some flowers here. All right. So Yannick is asking, so all jobs posted on these platforms given are safe and it's from a security agency. She's just seeking information that she wants to share. Yes, Yannick, we are sharing credible sources with you.
Yeah, one way I could explain the way that I do it in verifying opportunities. What I normally do in verifying opportunities is I pull on numerous resources in doing that. So one of the ways that I normally do, if for example for Caribbean jobs, when I've heard about Caribbean jobs, everybody know about Caribbean jobs. So, but for me, I'm paranoid. Where if I hear about something, I'm going to do my check about that
That's right.
particular something. So when I heard about Caribbean jobs, I said, "What is Caribbean jobs?" So I did my research. Research is important. So I did my research, and the thing about Google is it pulls on different algorithms that can bring the information to you. And in that, I realized that Caribbean jobs was in yellow. Yellow. I don't know if people know about Yellow. Yellow's directory and the different sources of information. They are a legit source of information for businesses in Jamaica. So I put on Yellow. But Yellow doesn't only work for Jamaica, it's also for the Caribbean. And you want to go on Yellow, and they have an online platform as well that is called Find Yellow. And you can see the different I saw Caribbean jobs and so I knew instantly that Caribbean job was legit. But also Google as a way of doing something. Google as a way of showing that the business is legit. Google as a business profile. I'm not sure if many people know about Google business profile.
Very
Once you type in
powerful.
the name of the company, you see it instantly and you search it instantly comes up. If you look over to the right, you will see a long information going down, you see the website at the top, directions, you see the map is embedded in the long business profile, you see the phone number, you see the social media accounts, you see the different things that shows that it's a legit business and it's a legit enterprise. So normally use that as one of the ways to show that this is a legit business. And I also use local newspapers because local newspapers now do articles on these businesses to also prove that okay, if the Gleaner is posting about this business, obviously the Gleaner would have done their background checks, their assumptions, their facts in getting the information to say okay, X and Y is legit. So I would pull on these resources to say okay, it's legit. I've done a lot, and to show that it's legit. No, I'm going to post them a page. But before I post them a page, I read through it. So when I read through it now, I understand what I'm posting on the page. So it's not just you reading through the information. I'm reading through the information so that when anything's supposed to happen, which it doesn't because I've been doing this for 4 years now. So if anything's supposed to happen, I can say, okay, I've read through this, I've verified it, and I've vetted it to my extent, to my best extent, because I've done this. I've been recognized by Loop News Jamaica last year for the exceptional service of helping people find opportunities. I've been recognized by UN and UNESCO and International Youth Day for my exceptional service. So if these people can recognize me, obviously I'm doing something that is impactful and can help you as a young person.
All right, well said. Amazing. And we have gone, and we could do so much more. Another option for you to verify the legitimacy of the business organization, orcjamaica.com. That's our Register of Companies. That's ORC. O as in orange, R as in rain, C as in cane, Jamaica.com to check if the entity actually exists, that is registered with the company's office. All right, so we could talk all
And
night
also,
about
I want
employment, but we have to move
before
into scholarships. So one
okay,
final thought
before
on that.
1 minute, 1 minute. Before moving on, I want to say that you have some business that are legit, but they're just not registered as yet. So those businesses are there. Like you, for example, you might be starting out, but you haven't gotten through the information or the paperwork to get your business registered, but it's legit and you've been doing your work, you've been selling your product and your services and you're willing to pay people the right amount of money. So we cannot forget those persons that exist in Jamaica that haven't been registered operating in the informal economy, but they are legit business to say that they pay on time, they do their services, their products, and they help a lot of people get jobs within their communities. So those people are vital sources of information for opportunities within Jamaica for jobs.
All right, let's clarify. There is a playlist there and a specific area what to consider before registering a business and all of that. Once you're operating a business under any other name except your legal name, Jamel Brown, once you're operating as Opportunities for Caribbean Youth, once I'm operating as Serenity Resource Connector, it must be registered. Otherwise, it's not legit. All right, let's make it clear. All right. So if
Yes.
I'm providing a service as Winsome Witter, that's fine. The man on the corner that's selling you some cane juice or cane, and it's thing that you know him as Mas Joe, that's fine. But once I'm going to be promoting Serenity Resource Connector, it must be registered. Otherwise, it is not legit. And if you are found in breach of that, you can be, there's a law where you can actually be fined. All right. So
Yeah.
let's make that clear. Okay. So moving on to scholarships and educational opportunities, because we have some people who are not ready to go into the working world as yet, but they're thinking of moving on to higher learning, but the funds just not there. And you would understand that, right, Jamel? All right. So
Yes.
right, share with us why higher education or vocational training is important. So we're coming out of employment. We talk about employment just now. Why is education or vocational training important for young people?
I would say it's important for my reasons why higher education is important is because first it exposes you to a different environment, a higher learning environment where you can gain the knowledge that you need within your particular area of expertise that can make you like official for that job because your degree is important. But not only that, but it connects you with people who are within that same space that you can learn from, that you can network with. Because networking might be done at events now, but it doesn't stop there. It also can be done within your degree or at higher education. And higher education is very important because you get to meet people, you get to expound the knowledge that you might already have, but you want a different level of knowledge. So higher education is important for that reason, but also taking up higher education gives you a land of opportunities. What I mean by that now, in gaining the knowledge, in moving through university, you have the opportunity to not only gain the degree but also scholarships. And within certain scholarships, they give you opportunities to intern or to volunteer at their organization. They not only pay for your tuition, but they give you assistance, support, mentorship. So scholarship is very important, but also you have the opportunity to apply for externships. It's not a regular term that is used in Jamaica, but it's like internship, but it's like a learning learning procedure that you undertake to gain new skill, new abilities. And it's mostly done overseas, but through virtual and through internet and through connectivity, young persons can now do it globally. And also, why I would say higher education is important through the land of opportunities is that it gives you the opportunity to do fellowships. It gives you the opportunity to intern at certain organization because certain degree, I know my area of expertise, which was public policy and management, had a final year internship that was given to the top percent student or persons within that cohort. So given if you're a high performing student or a student who performs well, you have the opportunity to not only gain a scholarship or a fellowship, but also an internship to also learn from the industry experts, learn from persons who are at a higher level than you before you enter the working world. So I, so a college degree is very important because it gives you a voice, it empowers you to do more within your area of expertise. I would also say in the vocational side of things, if you decide to, okay, I'm not a college student, I'm not a university student, what else can be done? I can say no. Officially, art is now offering free courses up to level 4. I believe where persons can really take advantage of these opportunities and they're good for your skills development. And skills are very in demand right now. Skills are very in demand and they pay very well. So if you wanna have very well paid job or something or to put your talents to use such as if you're good at braiding person's hair or hairstyling, you can put that to use. If you're good at electrical, if you're good at things that requires practical and technical aspects of use practical and technical expertise, you can use those expertise to gain really great employment. So it's very important in that aspect. And also the qualification of it, the paper of it is important. It separates you from becoming a minimum wage person. And we realize that minimum wage does not pay very well. So if you want to live a certain lifestyle, if you want a certain pay, these qualifications are important to have as it relates to skills, vocational development, as it relates to having a degree, and also with a degree it doesn't stop at a bachelor's. You can move on to a master's. You can move on to a doctorate. There are endless opportunities, and in moving on to different parts of it, there are opportunities for you as young persons to become to take advantage of the opportunities that exist in the space, such as graduate assistant. You can become a tutor, and the university will pay for your degree. Your master is completely for free. But these are things that are not really talked about because they are hidden. But but there are opportunities by leveling up with certain degrees or certain aspirations. You get to enjoy certain benefits, do certain things, and open the door for you. And what I love about degrees now is that they're research based. So if you can find a job in a particular degree, remember before you do anything with your degree, you always read for your degree. You always do research for your degree. So your research skills can always come in handy and you can always use that research skill. One thing you have to do as young person after you gain your qualifications is also pick apart your degree and see what skills are within those degree. If I can't get that direct job, can I use this particular skill from this degree, from that course that I did my degree to get that particular job, if that makes sense to you.
Wow, it makes a whole lot of sense. And my question to you is, do you offer consulting for those who need guidance in picking apart those particular skill sets from the degree?
I've never done consultancy. I never done that before. But I think it could be done in the future. I never done it before, but I know it's something that I have done before. As I said before, my degree is not really available in Jamaica. And the people them that normally get jobs within my degree now I know certain people or certain doors are open for them. So if you know that certain doors are not open for you, what are the things that you can do to leverage on your degree. You cannot sit down and say, okay, I cannot get that job. I want to sit down and not be bothered with life. Okay, if I did not get this particular job, what else is within my degree? What else am I good for? What are my skill set within that particular degree? And with public policy management, I was given the opportunity to not only research, but you have to prepare your presentation. You have to be able to. From doing that, I could say, okay, I have organizational skills because I was working on my presentation. I was working on getting my papers together. I was working on doing this and that. So I pull apart different things from my degree and be able to leverage it in within certain spaces. Because one thing we fail to do before we do anything within job market, we fail to assess what do we have. We always want something that which is important, but what do you have in within this current space or current environment, and how can I use what I have to get into that environment? And sometimes don't think big. If you're just starting out, you are allowed to think small. Because be realistic. Your degree can do only certain things because degree shows that you're trainable. But at the end of the day, do you have the experience as it? If you don't have the experience, what else can be done to gain those criteria for that particular job?
Wow. That's quite a lot to unpack there, and not sure. Well, we the blog will highlight a lot of this, so be sure to hop on over to serenityresourceconnector.com. On a Monday, the blog goes live with the highlights from this discussion, so you don't want to miss that, and you can check out the other services that we offer at Serenity Resource Connector. All right, we Oshane is there, and I'm sure that he is looking forward to coming on. So we're going to take a break from this aspect of the discussion and go on over to looking at the other element where we're going to be looking at youth initiatives and community engagement. So Jahmel, don't go anywhere. We're going to bring you back on in a little while. But joining me now is Oshane Dixon, President of the Portmore Municipality Youth Council. Welcome, Oshane. What happened to your audio? I'm not hearing you. Not hearing you now. The audio was on earlier, but I'm not. You're gone again. I'm not sure what's going on there. Check what's happening with the audio.
Yes, are you hearing me now?
There we go.
All right, great. So I was saying good night to everyone and good night to you, Winsome.
All right, thank you. All right, so we're going to dive right in by giving us an overview of the youth initiatives that's been led by the Portmore Municipality Youth Council. What are you working on over there in Portmore?
All right, so we're working on many things over there in over here in Portmore, rather. All right, so let me just give you a few snaps of myself. All right, so my main mantra really is to assist youths by building initiatives that are beneficial to them and empowering the youths as well. So I would have been the secretary in the past executive of the Portmore Municipality Youth Council and currently the president in this tenure. All right. So I would have seen the need to continue in this organization because I do feel like it's a drive for us to help to reach the youths and to empower and to engage youths. And with my mantra, it also ties into what the mission of the Portmore Municipality Youth Council is, which is to empower and to engage the youths. All right. So with that mission of the Portmore Municipality Youth Council, of empowering and engaging youths, the initiatives and programs that we develop are in line with that. So I say this to say that the programs that are there are beneficial in a positive way to the youths. So in terms of engaging the youths, we engage youths in a positive way, and it's through this engagement that they are able to feel empowered as the final result of these initiatives. So we would have had certain programs such as the Around the Table Talk discussion, otherwise called the Business Table Talk session. We would have had a violence prevention program. We would have had our goal setting session, our Easter initiative, and many other projects. So we have a lot of projects that we have embarked upon, and we have many more to deliver to our youths.
All right. Uh, do you have some specific examples of successful projects and their impact to your community that you can share with us?
Yes, most definitely. Thanks for that. All right. So, in terms of successful project, I would date back to in 2022. I believe this project was very impactful to a lot of youths. So this was the violence prevention program. So this program initially was a collaboration between the National Youth Council of Jamaica, the National Integrity Action, um, the three communities were selected, and also it was in collaboration with the youth clubs within these communities. So as a youth leader at the time, um, I was tasked with identifying the a community rather in Portmore that is seen as a volatile community, one that is prone to violence, because that's the aim of the program. So we would have identified these youths, and it would have been a 3 week session. And throughout that session, it was geared towards teaching the youths about conflict and dispute resolution, accountability, good governance. It also catered to them in terms of how to develop themselves, proper grooming as well. So this program was very successful, although it was limited in terms of the persons that were targeted, because it was about 10 persons. But I believe it was very impactful because these 10 persons were able to go back within the communities as agents of change to kind of model the behavior that is expected of them by as youths. And we do, as of recently, we have been keeping in touch with these persons through our WhatsApp group. So we share certain things like job opportunities, etc. The different programs that we are embarking on as a council as well to these youths within the programs. All right, and I could look most recently, because I said I went back into 2022, but we have even most recently our goal setting session, which was held in February this year. This session really introduced persons, youths, to be able to plan and make decisions in life. As you know, the name suggests it's a goal setting session. Persons were able to develop goals and targets and develop the measures on how to achieve them as well. And it was very impactful because persons would have indicated to me that at the end of the session, they would have known what the importance it is, the importance of setting a goal and how to set smart goals as well.
Fantastic. When we talk about, so these are some different programs that you have that helps to support as well as empower youth in different areas. When you talk about getting involved in these different activities, what skills can youth actually gain by participating in these initiatives?
All right. So some of the skills that can be gained, we have certain things like leadership skills that can be gained. We have skills such as um, how to deal with conflicts, certain skills in terms of ethics and good morals as well. So from the leadership skills would come from our violence prevention program. Certain how to make decisions would come from the goal setting session. Ethics and moral grooming, conduct, etc., comes from the violence prevention program as well. Yes, and these are some of the skills that are gained from the sessions. So the aim of these sessions is not only to just be out there for the youths, just to know to go to the session, but it's to make an impact on their lives so that onward they are able to be transformed with their thinking.
Right. And the youth council comprise different youth from different community groups.
Yeah.
So when you do that, you're actually empowering these different groups that are out there because you yourself, you are a member of your citizens association.
Yes.
And it's good to hear because normally when you hear citizens
The young
association,
person,
it's
you think the
usually
older
older.
persons, yes, the young persons are not a part of the citizens association. But as youth, it's good to know what's happening in your community. Don't just live in your community, but be active in your community. be active in what the planning that goes on within your community as well, so that your voice can be heard. Because you don't want, when certain decisions are made, it's only from a specific segment, but you want youths to be a part of the planning and the decisions that are made in even in the very area that you live as well.
Fantastic. And I'd like to remind our young people that in our local governance structure, there's actually an area there for youth leadership in each parish. There's supposed to be a youth representative at the parish development committee level. And intriguingly, one of our guests, Miss Teen Universe Jamaica, not Teen Universe, Miss Teen Jamaica was is the youth leader in her parish in Manchester at the parish development committee level. So you do have a voice, as Oshane just shared. So it's just to be a part of your community organization, and then you can lead the charge from there. All right. Thank you for sharing that, Oshane, reminding us that the Citizens Association is not just for the grown folks, but it's very important that our youth participate in the local governance structure, and it starts with those community groups. So let's look into. We can't talk about these initiatives without talking about collaboration and a supportive network. So why is it important for youth to build a support network?
All right, so yes, I think it's very essential, especially as youths, to build a strong support network. Because what we realize that society places a negative connotation on youths, and youths are impacted by several peer pressure. Um, but not only for youths to build the support networks, but it's also to ensure that the support networks are of good influence as well, because you can have negative support networks as well. But we have to ensure that the support networks that we want to build are positive. They actually want the well being for you. They are interested in the best that you can achieve as well. And they are interested in the best outcome for you as well. So, in terms of a positive onlook of life, if you want a positive outcome, it's good to have that support network there that's behind you, that's there to support you, and that's there for you as well.
Important, right? And as we talk about that, let's hear how organizations like your schools and your community groups better collaborate for this kind of support for youth.
All right. So, in terms of how organizations can collaborate, one of the issue that I have identified is that each organization will plan a different initiative, but what the issue with these organizations is that you'll have, say, for example, a youth club. Say we're speaking about violence. A youth club will put on an initiative to, counteract violence. The police, the schools, whichever organization will also put on a separate project as well. But the issue is that these organizations don't come together. When they come together, the target, the influence, the impact will be much greater than just having a sideshow, everybody having their own sideshow. So, in terms of how they can organize themselves to collaborate, I believe it has to start from um, the need to see a collaborative approach. So, at least someone in one of these organizations have to say, you know what, I am not going to plan this project, but rather than that, I am going to get several persons on board, and then we plan the project together. So it takes that person to be a part of one of these organizations, to be that voice, to ensure that there's a collaborative approach. And it's through that collaborative approach that they'll be able to have a very um, impactful outcome as well.
Very important. All right. It's a feedback there. Let's testing. All right. So how can young people find and connect with support networks in their area? What are some strategies that you have used in terms of identifying these support networks?
All right. So, in terms of identifying these support networks, so there are institutions that are in place. There are institutions within the communities. So, as you would have mentioned earlier, and I would have encouraged persons, you have like the Citizens Association. These type of groups can be support networks as well. You have a lot of times that we think that the support networks are there, but they're actually right there in front of us. So it's for us to be able to know these different institutions as well. It's right in your community, the youth club, the youth organization as well. So with us being a part of a youth club, we're able to form a support network. But I say this also that it's not only through these organizations and through these institutions, but our support networks can come from even our friends, our families, close relatives, associates as well, because it's even the persons that we can identify as close to us. So it's not only about these institutions. So sometimes I guess we are looking too far um, to find support networks, but support networks can be even in your very household as well. So in identifying it, we can, narrow it down a bit and look as close as possible to find these support networks as well.
Indeed, because you're talking about your parents, guardians, maybe
Yes.
even your siblings, as well as educators and
Right.
others that are right. You're right, because you're usually looking very far, even to find a mentor when you have mentorship available very close to home. Are awesome. All right, so we are going to bring back on Jahmel. Welcome back, Jahmel, as we share. We're going to share. Jahmel, you want to share with us some key points that you hope our audience take away from this forum? Based on what you've shared, what are some of the key points that you want them to leave with?
I would say what I want person to take away from this forum as it relates to opportunities or as it relates to the general aspects of finding a job and scholarship is also go to opportunities for Caribbean youth. Go to that platform on Instagram, opportunities, the number sign for Caribbean youth. Go to that platform, and that platform you see the different opportunities that exist to you. Whether the scholarships are open now, matter of fact. Scholarship season from now, from now until the end of August. But with September, in September there you can see the scholarship season dying down. So I would say from now until August, go on opportunities for Caribbean youth on Instagram, TikTok, or LinkedIn to find different scholarships that is exist to you as a Caribbean person or a Jamaican person who wants to go to university, and not just university, who want to further their high school um, by getting that tuition assistant or school fee assistant at high school and getting the books, getting the resources that they need. Scholarships are available just like that on the page. Go on the page right now and you will see the different opportunities that exist for you as a young person. And also another the key takeaway that I didn't mention before that you should know, there are two types of scholarships. You have the merit-based scholarship and you have the needs-based scholarship. So in you applying for scholarships within the scholarship season, assess where you fall within that criteria. Are you someone who wants a merit-based scholarship, someone who is exceptional at academics, is good at getting those high grades within high school, or you're some within high school or university, or you are someone who don't necessarily have the grades, but the grades aren't that bad, but are in need of funding, like you don't have any option of paying for your tuition or school fee or any other way of finding the resources, you can apply for needs-based scholarships. Those scholarships are crucial to help you as a young person within Jamaica and across the Caribbean. Within the Caribbean, they might not be called merit or needs-based scholarship, but those scholarships and those principles exist within the Caribbean. They consider your education as well as your need for the scholarship. And in doing the employment now, employment I would say I would say try not to make these mistakes. When you're applying for jobs, don't apply for everything. Please don't. If you're applying for a job, match it to your criteria, match it to your field, match it to what you're truly interested in, because you don't want to do a job every day that you don't want to do. When you're doing a job every day that you don't want to do, you're going to feel it. Like it's like, what is my purpose on this earth? So try to match the job that you want within the field that you want it for. And if you cannot get it in that field, try to match it to a field that is close to that field. And in doing that, I would propose you to sit down, assess what you want, where you are in the current job market, and assess what job do you want right now, what jobs do you need right now to match your qualifications. That can match your qualification, that can get you in the door. So, for example, do I need a customer service job or a sales job or something much more than that, project manager job or a research officer job? And where should I go to find this job? Should I go to Caribbean Job? Should I go to LinkedIn? And also, please, the last advice that I will give is please to create a LinkedIn account. Please, LinkedIn is important. LinkedIn can allow you to network with top professionals on the platform, to get career opportunities on the platform, to get opportunities that you didn't think exist on the platform. It can take you from not knowing what you need to do with your degree or within your area of expertise to someone who can say, okay, can I connect with this person on LinkedIn? Can I learn from this person? Can I learn from this person on LinkedIn? And the next great thing with LinkedIn is if you're applying for a particular job, you can use LinkedIn as your portfolio. Portfolio are important in today's society. If you don't, if you using your CV, yes, it's important. Cover letter, yes, but portfolio is crucial because it shows a different area of your different achievements at a wider scale. And LinkedIn can be a great digital portfolio that you can use to leverage yourself in the current job market. And that's it from me.
Amazing. All right, Oshane, what key points that you
Alright,
hope the
so
audience leaves with?
three key points that I would mention to the audience is that there are opportunities and initiatives that are out there for you youths that align to your best interest. So I would say to do take the interest in these opportunities and initiatives. I would encourage for the youths that are out there that are not even a part of a youth club to join a youth club. If you know of a youth club within your community, please do join that youth club. If you do not know of any youth club that is there, you can reach out to the National Youth Council of Jamaica and we will be happy to direct you to a youth club. Or if it's a case that you want to start a youth club in your community, we can assist with that as well. Not only with youth clubs, but I want for persons to gain to become more involved in their communities that they live, being a part of the different groups and in terms of the citizens associations, etc. Whatever groups or programs that are there, be aware of them and be involved in your community as well as youths. All right. I'll also say for persons in seeking support networks, try to ensure that these support networks are looking out for your best interest, that they want you to grow. They are there to guide you and to motivate you as well. So just look out for that in terms of when you want support networks or you're thinking about support networks. And that's my few cents.
All right, awesome sense. All right, how can they connect with you over there for those connecting from Portmore or they're maybe scrolling through and see this on YouTube or somewhere? How can they connect with the Portmore Municipality Youth Council?
All right, so we have our Instagram page at Portmore YC. Um, you can email us also, portmoreyouthcouncil@gmail.com. And let me also take the opportunity to mention the National Youth Council of Jamaica's Instagram page, which is NYCJA. The underscore, yes,
Underscore.
underscore. Their email address also, as I said, if persons want to be able to know about the different youth clubs, etc., it's National Youth Council of Jamaica at gmail.com.
All right, fantastic. And the Instagram handles for opportunities for Caribbean youth, Portmore Municipal Youth Council. presidents. They are in the description on YouTube. And for those over there on Instagram that's joining us, you'll be able to see the link there in the post that was shared for this live forum. And let me also thank the National Youth Council of Jamaica for making this possible, connecting us with these awesome resources so that we can share with you. And just remember to look out for the blog at serenityresourceconnected.com. It goes live on Monday, where we share highlights from the discussions. And we have a host of other programs. If you're just hearing about Serenity Resource Connector, we have a host of other discussions there and blogs with highlights of with different resources from culture, safety, health, youth empowerment, co- community in general, plus local governance that you can tap into to gain invaluable insights. If you are someone you know involved in early childhood development, there's an entire playlist on early childhood development. If you are looking to start a business, there's an entire playlist that takes you through discussions with the Heart NSTA Trust, the Companies Office of Jamaica, NHT, NIS, the TAJ, as all those different entities that's involved in getting you regularized as a business. The discussion took place from all the way back in 2021, but the information is still relevant. So you can tap into that. There's an entire playlist on that that will guide you through. But if you need more personalized guidance and support in terms of getting your business properly registered or compliant, then you can reach out to us here at serenityresourceconnector.com. You can check out the website where you get the link to make your reservation. All right. So if you have questions for Oshane or Jahmel, we have a few more minutes to go. But Yannick is thanking you both. She's going to re-listen Oshane's part because she got distracted somewhat. But thanks both for sharing. God bless you both exponentially. Thank you for tuning in, Yannick. I know you'll be sharing the awesome information. All right. And she's also sharing that youth clubs can provide volunteerism hours for internship too. Interesting. Oh, yes. You just discovered that. All right. All right. Fantastic. So, Oshane, you did a great job in terms of sharing
Thank you.
where that is concerned. So, Yannick, I'm sure others will learn as well. All right, I'm checking over on Instagram. I'm not seeing anything else here, so I guess they were clear as mud. But just in case you missed anything, you get the recap at serenityresourceconnected.com, where our blog goes live on Monday, and you can check out the others. Last week we had highlights from the Labor Day projects across Clarendon. And we talked about some community engagement as well, where we highlighted a community group that a citizens association as well as Shane over there in Cockpit, Clarendon, that partnered to improve and they continue to work with their basic school in their area to be a part of the change that they want to see. So that being said, let me thank you again, Oshane and Jahmel, for taking time to be here to share this awesome information. And I'm sure you're going to be getting a lot of connections on opportunities for Caribbean youth as our youth connect with you to seek opportunities. And I should connect some more with you so that we can spread the word even further. All right. And thank you for those who are able to join us live or those who are watching the replay. For those who are on live or you're watching the replay, please support by subscribing to the YouTube channel, connecting with Serenity Resource Connector across platform, whether on Instagram or Facebook. You can find me on LinkedIn as Winsome Sharia Witter. I share the updates there as well. So if you prefer the LinkedIn platform, you're able to access the blog from there, the website, and tap into the YouTube playlist all from that space, or you go over to the website. Thank you for those, Yannick, Kenneth, Davis, and others who participated in the comments. Thank you for keeping company with us here. And if you have any other questions, feel free to ask on any of the platforms that you're connecting on, and we'll be happy to respond. Again, visit serenityresourceconnector.com and reach out to see the other services that are offered there as we continue to guide and empower. Thank you, Unique. Always a pleasure to share. So let me bid you all a great night and you continue to stay safe as you explore opportunities that will take you to your next level. Oshane, Jahmel, continue to shine. Blessings.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.